is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is the Newcastle Racers Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network here at Luigi's in Newcastle in the Tri-City area. We're glad you're here. We love being here with the good folks at Luigi's, enjoying food, friends, and talking a lot about football.
A lot of football.
My name's Gene Reed, and our producer just off of the camera is Mr. Uriah Martinez. And here to my right is my friend, my partner, and now famous Keith Cleghorn.
Well, I don't know how that classifies famous.
Well, I bet you get a lot of friend requests now, don't you?
I sign a lot of autographs.
I bet you
do.
A
lot of autographs.
Very good. We're glad to have you here. We got a good crowd already. A lot of Racer fans here. A lot of other guests from Luigi's. We're glad they're here to help enjoy the good crowd to help them to enjoy the coaches show. Even though they may not be here for that, but they're here enjoying the good Italian food from Luigi's.
Doesn't get any better in Italian food than Luigi's.
So we got a big game, a big show tonight because we got a big game tomorrow night, and we're just loaded. We have 5 guests. We're going to have 2 of our assistant coaches. We're going to have 2 MVPs from the past 2 games, MVP from each game, and then we're going to go into overtime. Keith, we've got Coach Brickman is going to kind of anchor things with the last segment, and we can't wait to talk to him a little bit about how the season's going and the upcoming game against Bishop McGuinness.
I don't particularly like overtime ever, okay, but with that overtime is Mr. Brickman, that's fantastic.
That'll be Keith. This is week number 9.
Week number 9.
And it's the first show we've had in a few weeks.
It seems like we took off about a month, but it really wasn't a month, but it was about 3 weeks there with fall break, and then we had to move the ball game to Thursday, so we ended up missing a couple of weeks there. So we got a lot to talk about tonight, Gene.
Our last show was October the 2nd following the Duncan game, getting ready for the Midwest City game. And then we knew we were going to miss a bye week. That was already scheduled. And we had to miss the week prior to Classen because of just a variety of scheduling issues. So we just skipped that one. So we couldn't wait to get back here this past Thursday night. And then something came up when we decided to have a game on that night.
Had the Storms coming in, move the ball game, smart move.
So that was a good move, and we were pleased to yield to the ball game played Thursday night against Lawton Mac. So let's discuss a couple of things during this first segment, Keith. For one thing, what have the Racers been up to these past few weeks? Kind of get caught up with that. And then number 2, I want to talk about some of the excellent performance of the players who have gotten recognized by their coaches over, from these past 3 games, okay?
Absolutely.
So first of all, let's talk about the games following that opening district win over Duncan.
Well, as I said before going into Duncan, it's always good to beat Duncan. So you go on and you have those 3 games that we've talked about, and you had Midwest City that come in. Midwest City, very impressed. Gene, I'm always on the visitor side, so I see what the coaches are doing. And they're down 51-0. They're still putting in their kids and coaching them and encouraging them. So that program, I see, will get back on track. And so
that was a good game.
It was a great. They played solid. They just didn't have a lot of players, and so.
It was the score turned out to be one-sided.
Right.
No doubt about that. But it wasn't once when we were going into it. Many of us fans, we had we've always had a high regard for Midwest City.
Yes.
We prevailed over Midwest City last year, and we felt like we kind of snuck up on or surprised a few schools as a former 4A stepping up into 5A. But we knew this year was going to be no surprise. So those 5A schools that we were able to prevail over last year, we knew they were ready for us. Midwest City worked very hard. It was a good game.
They were very well coached, solid coaching staff, and just being right there on the side, like I say, I saw those coaches just instilling quality in those young men and encouraging them all the way to the very end, and never heard one cuss word.
And kind of selfishly, you might say, or just the way it turns out, when you do get ahead, it gives a team like Newcastle an opportunity to get a lot of kids in there.
Absolutely.
And we saw some good contribution from the bench,
there was a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores got to play that was just they performed.
And then Classen came to town. What's your thoughts?
Came to town. They came with about 30 kids, and we've got 80ish, and so the number game for them doesn't always work out. Very smart, intelligent young men, I can tell you that. Just maybe not far as the depth goes, that to be able to compete and maybe 5A, but very well coached, very respectful young men. So you got to give that to them all the way to the very end.
Exactly, and Keith 30 might have been a little optimistic because I was in the booth for that game, and there were 11 guys on the field, and there was just a handful on the sideline. However, and Billy and I, the great Billy Collier, his greatness, observed a few times just how hard the Classen guys played throughout that game.
They did.
They had to have their their dauber down or whatever that right metaphor is, and yet they played with a lot of sportsmanship. And then we came into the Midnight Thriller last Thursday night. We called it the Midnight Thriller. Why?
Well, it started almost 2 hours late.
We finished it almost at midnight.
An hour and 45 minutes late. I think we kicked off about 9 o'clock somewhere in there. But we had a very, very talented team. Lawton Mack come into town, very well coached, an incredibly good coaching staff, solid coaching staff, and they are a talented team. And so for us to get that win over Lawton Mack, that's a big win. It
was a big win. And during the month of October, we were looking at Midwest City, Classen, Lawton. We didn't look past any of them, but we really knew Lawton would be on our radar screen. Absolutely. A very important game, which it was. Fortunately, we prevailed 41-32, and then now that brings up the next big game, just as big, maybe bigger, tomorrow night against Bishop McGuinness.
Well, we're going to have tomorrow night, just like we had last week, we're going to have a solid round. And then that special teams that played last week, Gene, that played incredible against Lawton Mack. We're going to need that same performance tomorrow night. So
true. So where are we standing in the district so far?
It's right at the top. We're right at the top.
We're 4-0 in the district, and if we're at the top, we're at the top in some pretty good company because Bishop McGuinness is right in there. They're also 4-0.
They're going to be hanging out with us, and so tomorrow night is going to decide where we're headed from here.
Yeah. So, hey, speaking of the Lawton Mack, how about the special teams?
Well, the special teams was incredible on our play. We had 2 points that was blocked by the same young man. Adam just did an incredible job.
Number 15.
Harmon did an incredible good job both times on that, blocked both those points. And Harmon quick off the ball and blocked both those points, but did great. Our special teams was good. The coverage was good. The punt was good. Madrano's always good. So. Kick it out of the back of the end zone. That gives you a lot of advantage. So
the Highlanders tried a couple of onside kicks.
Yes.
Number 11 was able to recover both of those. Brody Foster, he did a good job.
And they're behind a little bit at that point, just trying to get the ball,
catch up,
get the ball turned over on their side. So he gave us some advantage there at the end when you start at the 50-yard line.
Well, let's shift gears there, and one more topic before we take our first break and bring up our first guest. Just want to talk a little bit about the recognition. Now, we've said this each coach's show, that the coaches have a rigid measurement or assessment.
It's a little different in ours, isn't it, Gene?
Yeah. We would give away a lot of game balls, and everyone would be most valuable player, or at least we call them most excellent players.
We'd give a lot of balls.
But the coaches will pick and they'll grade, and they will assign recognition for about 5 or 6 different categories each week, and including an MVP for each game.
They're a little more thorough than probably you.
So since we weren't here for those games, I want to go back now. Now, Classen and Lawton Mack will do those games when the MVP comes up here in just a few moments for each of them. But that would leave the Midwest City game. On the Midwest City game, the coaches picked for MVP. That was Mr. Where are my notes? Nope. Mr. Tyler Bradford, TJ Bradford. I've got 93 names right here in front of me. TJ was the MVP for that game. Not the first and won't be the last because we already know there's some others coming in for TJ. He was MVP, but we prevailed over Midwest City, 51-zip. The offensive player of the game was Santorio Borkin. Santorio, what a game he had,
he played
both on special teams.
He did.
He had some run backs and some catches. The defensive player of the game was number 85, Quinn Housley.
I'm going to tell you, there was incredible hits that young man had.
He has really been clicking for the Racers, and big part of defense.
He's playing hard, playing good defense.
The special teams recognition for the Midwest City game was Brody Foster, number 11. A high spirit, hard-working guy, not huge in size, but huge in play. So it's good to see Brody Foster getting that recognition. Each week, the coaches acknowledge a person on the team who plays scout team very effectively, and the scout player of the week for that week was Mr. Eddie Ramirez.
Yep.
So congratulations to Ramirez. The Hammer Award went to someone. We've heard his name before. We'll hear it again. Mr. Quinn Housley.
Yeah.
Number 85 was the Hammer Award, and most knockdowns was Garrett Pratt, number 74. So, the coaches picked the MVPs. Like I said, we would hand out a lot of recognition, and there's a little risk in doing this, but if you allow me, I just would like to mention one or two names.
Sure.
One young man that you and I talk about a lot is quarterback Creswell, Blake Creswell. He just what a team manager he is, that quarterback.
If you look at him, just the way he's built, he runs well, he throws well, he's a talented young man. Sometimes they run well or they throw well, but he's talented in both ways.
Really balanced.
And if he has really good protection, Gene, he's so effective.
Right.
And he's just he's very hard to control.
And we saw our offensive line really step up, even made some improvements and adjustments in order to step up even more for him that second half,
Yes.
and it really showed against, I think, during the Lawton Mack game later on. Also, another kid that we don't call his number very much. Well, first of all, you and I would probably give game ball to every one of the linemen, both offense and defense.
You know I would.
You would.
All the big guys get balls.
You would. And so we're proud of the offensive line. One in particular I just named that doesn't get his number called a lot is number 77, Baylor Blakey.
Wow.
He's our center.
And come back this year and has played incredible at center after being out last year.
Just a real good athlete.
He's played incredible.
Played some other sports and really good athlete. So we're really proud of Blakey. And Madrano, of course, he does get some recognition. But someone else that I noticed, I was watching the games the other night, our special teams, our PATs, our field goals, the holder for each of those is number 2, Ashton Schumard.
Well, Gene, look at the hands he has. I mean, look at the balls he catches. He's a talented young man. He's also a smart young man.
And he has a good brother who plays pretty good too.
They're both very talented.
So there's a problem. I didn't mention all the names, but we have so many. And when someone's knocking that pass down, or when someone gets that wonderful catch, there were probably 8 others who were guarding people, keeping them from being available. I know it's just a balance, and it's a team effort. So just kudos to all of the racers. If you don't get your name called a lot, but man, most of us who watch the game know that it is a lot of contribution out there.
Gene, we just covered a lot of talented young men, and there's more to cover.
We're going to mention some of these names again and some other names. So tomorrow night, our 5th district game of the season.
Big game.
We're at McGinnis. We'll be talking to both Coach Heskew and Coach Hauser in just a few moments.
How about that?
We'll get their thoughts on some of these games we played. And also our 2 MVPs, Taylor Bradford and Caden Longman are here. And Coach Brickman made it in here, so he'll be anchoring our show. We'll take a break now. We'll when we get back, we'll welcome Coach Heskew to the table. And just want to remind everyone how much we appreciate Luigi's, the great job they do here hosting our Coaches Show. You're watching the Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
We are back. You're watching the Coach's Show here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We are at Luigi's, 117 Northwest 32nd Street here in the Tri-City area, just on the north side of Highway 37, just a little bit east of both Walmart and Walgreens. We're glad you're here. Even better, come into Luigi's throughout the week. Enjoy the good food here. Enjoy it, and join us on every Thursday night at 6:30. We're joined now by Coach Josh Heskew. He coaches probably a lot of things, but officially you're O-line, right? You're and
Coach
probably
is the big guy.
and probably assistant to a lot of other things. Coach, welcome. Tell the fans a little bit about yourself. We know you, but we still like hearing your wonderful stories. So tell a little bit about you and kind of where do you hail from and so forth.
All right. Well, thank you first and foremost for having me on. It's always a blessing to be on here with you guys.
And move that real close to your mouth if you don't mind.
Oh.
That's even better.
Is that better?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Good.
But thank you if you didn't hear me before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate
Thank you
you
for
guys
being
having
here,
me
Josh.
on. No, I hail from Mustang, Oklahoma. That's where I graduated.
Just across the river.
Yeah, just across the river. And then went up north to play a little football at the University of Nebraska. Got the opportunity.
Did you get to play much up there?
Little bit.
Yeah, played a little sub team.
Yeah. Played a lot of scout teams the very first couple of years, but got rewarded with some jewelry later on in my career.
We're going to ask you about that. How about while you're here, what's your duties at Newcastle Public Schools, other things you teach? Then we're going to talk to you even more about your college and stuff.
Yeah, so this is actually my first year to actually teach at the high school.
Yeah.
They have me teaching a class called Senior Capstone, so it's my job and responsibility to try to get these kids ready for next year, right? Seniors, that's all I have is seniors.
Good.
So it's
you enjoying that?
Oh, I'm having a blast with it. I bring in guest speakers. I teach these guys how to do resumes, how to interview, how to build healthy habits, daily habits. So, I mean, it's just fun. And it's really just, these kids are a blast to hang out with.
And is that a kind of full-time all day long, or are you in for half a day, or?
Oh, no, it's full-time.
All day.
Yeah, I teach 4 or 5 classes a day.
Oh, wow. Good.
Then I get to go out there and hang out with the football team.
Josh, we've been trying to get you on for about 3 weeks because we had a little delay there. But I want to ask you a question. I think a lot of people that may know you went to Nebraska, played football there. I think you won about 3 national championships with that team. But I want to know, do you ever get to talk to the legend? Do you ever get to talk to Tom Osborne? Do you ever get to have any communication with the guy? I mean, I only know him from when I saw him, but I just want to know, do you ever get to talk to him or hear from him, or what's your relationship with any of those guys that you used to play with or coach with?
Well, Coach is really popular up there, right? Yeah. So, I mean, if you get a hello or a hi and a handshake, you're pretty fortunate to be able to do that. But we went up there just a few weeks ago for the Michigan game, and that was our 30-year reunion for our 95 championship. And so 3
championships in a row.
Well, right? 3 and 4 years.
3 and 4 years.
So we won at 94, 95, and 97.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he didn't run out of the tunnel with us. So he didn't get in the tunnel. So a lot of us didn't get the opportunity to see, to talk to him or see him. Mm-hmm. But I will tell you that he's a special man, right? Mm-hmm. He's a special man because he understands that not only are we football players, but we're young men that he's trying to develop to be really good men. And he produces a lot of good athletes, but a lot of better men out in the community as well.
And to me, he always showed, he and a few other coaches always could have that demeanor and that calmness and still be a winner.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
Yeah, you know what? You knew if he said dadgummit, he was mad.
That's it.
He was mad. Well, growing up, and obviously tough times for my team right now, but always Oklahoma State always play in Nebraska, and I would see them, and we never won. We always got beat by them. But
it was close one year.
Yeah, 1 year. It won. That was only. But I'd always admire him by just the way he carried himself, but also from a guy that stood by one of his high school coaches this last weekend. We played like Mac, but what he instilled in the players, and it was much more than just football.
Oh, definitely was. It was our first day. It wasn't handing out a playbook. Our first day was handing out a directory for local churches, and he told us
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, that we needed to spend just as much time in church as we do, playing. Well, maybe not as much playing football, but in our spare time, that's where we need to be spending our time. Not out there, doing what normal college kids do and socializing way too much.
What was your major?
Like
what was your major in college?
Middle level education. So I got endorsed in English, history, and social studies.
Okay, good.
So I'm finally using it.
And I'm going to go back now to your coaching assignments here. You've had various team assignments. I know you were strength and conditioning for a while. What are just any others that you've kind of done or kind of given to you as a challenge or as an assignment? Yeah.
So when Brickman first came here, he put me on full time as a defensive line coach, and also doing the strength and conditioning, helping him get that in order. And so over the last 6 or 7 years, I was mainly just a strength and conditioning coach because I had a full-time other job, and so I couldn't really commit, and it wasn't fair to them if I tried.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but here in the last 2 years, last year I got an opportunity to spend more time with the team and commit more time to the team because of what ended up happening with my last job. But this year, once I got on full time, this gives me the opportunity to really concentrate on this and help out with the offensive line as much as I possibly can. And coaching with Coach Pound, I mean, that guy is a great coach. I know you probably had him on the show already, and
he is.
He's a phenomenal coach, and I'm learning from him. He's hopefully maybe learning a little bit from me, and we bounce things off each other. And we're having fun doing it.
Your college career was on the line, offensive center, right, snapper, so everything. Okay, good.
As I said this earlier, Coach Ernie Manning at Lott Mack was my offensive coordinator years ago, and so to stand over there and just kind of watch him just brought a lot of memories back from 40 years. So to be able to ask you about that, Coach, I just know there's a lot of respect there for men that instilled in me or you or whatever it might be. And so I want to ask you this. Let's go to Lott Mack, because Lott Mack was a huge win. That's a talented team. That's an incredibly well-coached team. I listened to their coaching show, and they did nothing but praise Newcastle. What was your thoughts on the offensive line for them?
For their offensive line or our offensive line?
Our offensive line.
Well, we were fortunate enough to have a few weeks to be able to prepare for them, which was great. And so I know we spent a lot of time looking at their defense and their scheme and what they're going to bring in their blitz packages and stuff. So we spent quite a bit of time being able to prepare for that. And so I think just going into that game and continuing to just build that momentum from the beginning of the season to now and just getting better every week, that's what I'm seeing this offensive line do. It allowed us to be able to play our best game so far this year against Lott Mack. And I do think that the next game should be our best game. And that's the way, that's the mentality with these guys. It's not, Lott Mack was great and they were talented and they were good, but hey, McGinnis, they're going to come and they're going to bring it to us as well. And we got to play our next best game right then.
Well, and the next question, what do you think of their defense?
Mac?
No.
Bishop McGinnis. They're going to be a tough defense. They're going to be a hard-nosed defense. They're bigger. They're stronger. Maybe not as fast. Not maybe quite the athletes on that side of the ball that we saw last week. Right. But I'll tell you what, they play with probably more passion, more discipline, more structure. So it's going to be a task for us. We're going to have to play really, really well.
I love what you just said. They're a very disciplined team. They're very disciplined.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
What will fans see? I mean, will they line up any different than other 5A teams? Are they 4-2, 3-4? Not that I would know the difference between the two. They're all linebackers to me.
Now, they play a 3-4 style defense with just a little niche to it. They take a backer and kind of put them about 7 or 8 yards off the ball. And so
really,
and that guy last year made a whole lot of tackles, and that's kind of what it's designed to do because they put him out of the box for where it's hard to scheme a guy like that.
Tell me if I'm wrong here. It looks like they play a defense that bends but doesn't break. Is that a way to say their defense?
Yeah, I would say that's all of our defenses.
Yeah, that's what you hope for anyway.
Yeah.
Don't bend too much.
Exactly.
But for sure, don't break.
Exactly.
Especially you see a lot of that when they play a 3-4. You know you're going to give up that maybe that 5-yard run when you're playing 3 men up front, and so that's what I kind of mean by that is they're going to bend but not break. So.
Don't want to get any corporate secrets here, but just our team in general, but other teams in general. We're in the 9th game coming up. Mm-hmm. So do you see? So all teams have to be improving still, right? I mean, you didn't reach a plateau after game 3. Yeah. So how do you feel? Are we making the improvements that you like to see? And
oh yeah,
you can't say no tonight because the other team's watching, but.
Well, no, I mean, it's this season's been really, really fun because we had a lot of question marks going into it, right? I know you guys mentioned earlier Cresswell, just watching him develop every week and getting better and grasping this offense and really taking control, and he's becoming a really good leader on that side of the ball. And then, of course, our receivers they're very talented. They're fast. They're smart. They play really good football. They're catching the ball really well, right? Our offensive line and tight ends, I mean, those guys are really gelling and coming together and just being able to just build on each one of those positions every week. I mean, it's fun. I mean, I feel like that we are still getting better, and we're going to peak at the right time. We got this week, we got next week, and then, man, we got to be playing our best ball when we're going into the playoffs.
And the 2 years have really mirrored. I mean, this is very similar to last year.
Yes.
Kind of did. We had a lot of learning to do, a lot of improving to do. Other teams are doing the same thing, but I'm liking what I'm seeing as well.
Week 9, 6 more weeks to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. We come back in 6 weeks, and we're going to be talking about what color ball it is. Okay?
Exactly.
So that's where my thought is. So
all right. Here's my next question. You got a son playing college ball.
Oh.
What's your schedule like? Are you traveling a lot now, or are you keeping in touch? What's it like?
Well, so Rex is at Southwestern, so he's a Bulldog this year.
Go Dogs.
He is redshirting.
Oh, okay.
So we're not having to make a whole lot of trips.
Okay.
The local games that are around here, we go to those to be able to watch them. I think me and some of the other kids, we went and watched a Southwestern game there in Weatherford. But right now our schedule is not real hectic. He's not adding a whole lot to it, but we're hoping next year, we're going to embrace the busyness.
Well, we're proud of him and some other racer moves. Been playing out there at Southwestern as well, and it's really good seeing that team bring in the racers.
Josh is not on here, but I'm going to ask you: don't you wish you was part of the NIL?
Yeah.
You mean when he was playing or now?
Either time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did Nebraska have an NIL back then we didn't know about?
I didn't get it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Josh, it's good having you every time. We love having you here. We just look forward to a great game tomorrow night, and hopefully, if I get a chance, I'll be down there on the sideline. So I'll have the plays in my pocket if you need anything.
All right, great.
Just let me know.
Yeah, just let us know when you want to call that play.
Yeah, I bet you
I'm
do.
Sure Brick was on.
Thank you, Josh. Thank
you.
We're
going to take another break, and when we get back, we're going to be joined by a defensive corners coach, Coach DeRyan Hauser. We'll be right back here watching the Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Josh Hesky, thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. We'll be right back.
Like there was a time when you'd have to put a hole there and 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 there. But this is just the same basic hole, and then you pick the direction you want to go.
Just having a 3-mile lateral, I think you're eliminating something like 60 wells that you'd have to put in.
That's a great leap forward.
You're able to tap the reservoir, and you have less of a footprint.
it never fails to blow me away.
And we are back here at Luigi's in Newcastle, the Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Have another great guest. We told you we're loaded tonight. Coach Heskey was up here. Coach Hauser is here with us now. Coach is coach of the corners. Everyone knows what corners are,
Yep.
but it's a very critical part, and I bet he has a lot of other responsibilities as he coaches those corners. Coach, we just always like starting off by letting you tell the fans a little bit about yourself, kind of how you came to Newcastle, maybe where you went to school, also while you're at Newcastle, some of the other duties you have here, et cetera.
I came from Newcastle from Moore. I actually, Coach Blue, me and Coach Blue grew up together.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've known Coach Blue since kindergarten, so that's been my guy. And he kind of brought me over here originally back in 2020. It didn't work out then, but now I'm back.
You're back.
It's working out pretty well.
Good. Where'd you go to college?
I went to college at Southwestern Christian. It's right over there in Bethany.
Oh, yeah. Southwest Christian.
I ran
Good,
track
good.
over there.
You did? All right, good. You got a new one of the coaches over there in another sport. What'd you major in?
Business.
Oh, good. Business degrees, good.
Smart coach.
Yep. What questions do you have, Coach?
What position did you play in high school, or did you go to college? You said you played at Southwestern or Southwest Christian and over in Bethany, just right off Route 66, and you did track. And I'm an old track guy, believe that or not, but it's hard to believe. But let me add the field.
Hurdles?
Yeah, no, it'd be the field. Okay.
In high school, I was actually not to brag. I feel like it sounds like a brag, but I was like a Swiss Army knife. Kind of like Kate Longman.
We love Swiss Army knives.
Kind of like Longman, just wherever you want me is where I play.
Okay, all right.
You got that same build and everything. No wonder. That must be the secret.
I'm way faster than him. Way faster.
You ran the 40 in what?
Ooh.
You got the truth right here.
He's in recording, so he may want to defer that to another question.
Yeah. No, I was talking about him.
Low fours.
Low fours. Oh, that's good. Low fours is good. That's great. What improvements do you look for the players at this point in the season? We're talking about week 9. We got a big ball game tomorrow night. What's the coaches really focusing on? Not getting specifics as far as individual players. Is there still a lot of improvement going on in individual players?
I think they can improve every week. Mainly, I'm just looking for them to be kind of an extension of the coaching staff, like knowing everything about the defense, where to line up everybody, just in case. You know what I mean? Like when it gets to moving fast, it's hard for everybody to just get lined up and stuff like that. So just an extension of the coaching staff out there.
That's a good point. But I'm sure all the coaches in every team, this far in the season, they should be internalizing what you're telling them, everything like that. So an extension of the coaching staff, very good.
Yep. About 6 areas.
Did that follow up?
Yep.
I was going to ask you then, just shifting gears a little bit, about what kind of challenge will a team like McGinnis pose to the defense, and particularly to the corners?
Oh, well, they love to pass the ball. That's one thing. They're going to pass the ball, whether it's rain, sleet, snow, they're going to pass the ball.
Okay.
And so we got to work on getting hands-on on the seams, got to work on getting hands-on the outside receivers as well. Like, we just really got to move our feet this week.
All right. See, all over the field, deep passes as well?
They'll throw posts, they'll throw out routes, seams, they'll throw out and ups, they'll throw it all.
Coach, from a big guy that played just the line a lot in all my years of playing, I always see this on whether you're playing high school or college or whatever. How do you teach a corner to really defend the ball? To cover the ball without pass interference. I mean, are you supposed to be tell the viewers or who are you should be looking back at the ball? Are you looking at the receiver? How do you defend that?
Me and Bradford, we really try to tell them that their hands and their feet are married. Really.
Okay.
So it's like your hands can't move and your feet don't move. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, you've got to throw it, but you've also got to be moving my feet as well. And then, honestly, in this day and age, it's kind of impossible not to get pass interference. They let the wide receivers do whatever you want, but as soon as the DB grabs them, it's flags getting thrown. So they really just got to – honestly, you just got to play the game within the game.
You've got some defenders, though, who are really good timing. Hit early, hit fast, and not too early. That's been pretty impressive.
Yeah,
we really do.
Very talented players there. So you see that backfield of their offense, they're pretty talented on Bishop McGinnis?
Oh, yeah, they do. They have a pretty talented running back, and they've got a couple of really good skill wide receivers out there. They've got some big tight ends as well. We're going to have to hit low, move our feet.
Did they ever play a
wrap
double
up.
tight end? They ever play a double tight end? Have you ever seen them play that?
I think they do. I believe they do.
Okay, all right. I saw that. I didn't know if that was very often or not.
I don't think it's as often,
Okay,
but I know
okay.
they do. They can. They have the ability to.
Okay.
So here's kind of a downer question, you might say, but throughout a year, teams are going to, from time to time, see really adversity. Just things go wrong. So you're a young coach, but you probably already have had to deal with that as a player. But so how am I going to pose this? What do you tend to do to kind of help the team to get through adversity? Or maybe you all as a coaching staff, you get behind, you make 2 or 3 mistakes, things happen. What do you do in your own mind and with the team? Anything unique?
I wouldn't say it's unique. In my own mind, and I try to tell them as well, just try to control what you can control. You know what I mean? You can't control the refs. You can't control, what they do, what they say and all that. You just got to play the game, play the game within the game.
Keep it in front of you.
Control. Next play mentality,
Good.
That plays over. Short memory, especially for corners, you're going to get caught on. It just happens. You just have to have a short memory.
Well,
make the next play.
Next game preparation, had a big game, Lawton Mac. Got a big game tomorrow night. That place will be loud,
It'll
be
be
full.
rocking.
And so we need every Racer fan to show up as well. But let me ask you a question here. How does the preparation change when you got back-to-back key games? Because how do you stay fresh? I mean, how do you mentally stay fresh?
I don't think much changes with how we run it or do it in practice. I think we just try to have next game mentality, and every game's a big game to us. We want to win them all, honestly. So every game's a big game. That's how we're trying to push it.
Absolutely.
Any message for the fans tomorrow night?
Please show up. Bring those shakers.
Make the noise?
Big shakers.
All right.
Make the noise.
Bring the
Very
shakers.
good.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, it's always a pleasure having you. I sometimes have told the other coaches they've been our favorite, but really, you and Heskew have just really topped it off. So,
yeah.
So
we don't ever say that to any of them.
Heske's my favorite.
Yeah, that's right. He's your
Heskew's your
favorite.
favorite.
Very good.
Oh.
We're proud to have you. We're proud of all the coaches, and it's so
Absolutely.
nice to get to talk to Coach Brickman and all the assistants throughout the year. Wish you the very best tomorrow night. It's a big game. I know all the coaches are going to say, get out there, attend the game. It's going to be a beautiful night for it. Beautiful game, weather to play the game.
Our fans are needed tomorrow night, so don't stay home. Show up.
Do not stay home, no matter the weather.
That's
Please
right.
show up.
Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have one of our MVPs. We're going to have the MVP for the Classen game, and we're going to take a break now. You're watching the Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We'll be right back in about 2 minutes.
Stuck inside for Wi-Fi? Not this summer. With Pioneer Fiber, get backyard Wi-Fi up to 950 feet from your home. So you can binge, game, Zoom, or work straight from your hammock. Add it for just $9.95 a month or get it free with a gig bundle. That's cheaper than your cold brew fix. Visit a Pioneer store or gopioneer.com and level up your summer.
We are back. Welcome, everyone. We're at the on the Coach's Show with Oklahoma Sports Network, and we are at Luigi's here in Newcastle. A great place to get Italian food.
So good.
They've got other items like hamburgers and things like that are just all really good. And pizza and pasta and everything like that. Our next guest is a repeat performer. It's our MVP of the class and game, Caden Longman. Caden, glad to have you here. And I asked Caden if he wouldn't mind, and he said, no, let's just recognize those players who were recognized by the coaches for the classing game. So the players of the game for classing on offense was T.J. Bradford. No surprise there. He had a great game. We had a lot of great people with great games. So
he makes weekly visits.
Offensive player of the game, T.J. Bradford. Defensive player of the game, Preston Scagnetti. Preston, number 21. What a player he is. Special teams. Wait a minute. Special teams was Caden Longman.
Caden Longman, really.
Yeah, little multi-use there.
He's been here a few weeks, hasn't he?
We sometimes use the Swiss Army knife. There's one example on special teams for that game. Hammer Award went to Preston Scagnetti. Most knockdowns, Landon Judkins, number 72.
Yep.
One of our younger guys got in there. The Scout Player of the Week, number 63, Darian Wade. Fun seeing those guys get in that game. And the MVP was Caden Longman. Caden, if I count right, you've had 9 touchdowns, 44 catches for 500 yards, including a 65-yard touchdown pass, 341 yards of kickoff returns, and 231 yards of punt returns for 570 return yards. So you've had quite a season already. So we're proud of you, and I'll bet you're so famous now. I'm guessing the teachers don't even give you homework, do they?
No, they definitely do, especially that guy right there in the front row.
Well, we will talk to him about that. How could the MVP get homework sent out?
Hey, Gene, I'll tell you, being on the visitor sideline, when you hear the coaches say, "Don't kick it to that guy," okay, that tells you how talented he is. Okay, don't kick it to that guy. Kick it to the other guy on the side. Okay, over there.
And by the way, the other guy, look out.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, it's who do you kick to?
Caden, we've had you before. We just love having you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You've been in Newcastle all of your school. Tell us about.
Yeah, I've been here since pre-K.
Pre-K. He's a hometown kid.
Yep.
And you're a senior?
Yes, sir.
Can you play an extra year? Can we redshirt you now?
I wish.
Too late to get another year. We've heard from you before. You're a multi-sport guy, right?
Yes,
at least one other sport, baseball.
Yes, sir.
That's your baseball and football are your two sports, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. And you done a little travel. With baseball.
A lot of traveling in baseball.
And probably some with football, going to camps and stuff in the past.
Yeah, whenever I was younger, whenever I was 14 or 15.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little score here. Okay, you got 2 regular seasons left. Okay, so you're about 2 games behind Bradford on the MVPs. So if you get the next 2 weeks, you can tie it up. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the next 2 weeks, you can give him some run for your money, and you can come back and finish it up the next 2 weeks.
Unfortunately, I know about 21 other players who might be in the mix too. So
I'm telling you, that's exactly right. They're very talented young men there.
Yeah.
Question for you. We asked this earlier, kind of talk about this. We know the answer to this. We just want our viewers to know this. You ever get to go over and play maybe against the first offense or the first defense of maybe scout team to see what the other team is showing?
I don't ever get to do that, but I kind of wish I would. But it's kind of hard, me playing offense and defense.
Yeah,
and then I'm on most of the special teams. So,
if you could play any position that you don't play, what would it be? Is there a position?
Well, first of all, he plays almost all of them anyway. But
is there a position that you'd really like to play?
Maybe linebacker.
Linebacker?
Ooh,
yeah. Why would you like to play linebacker?
Get to hit people.
Get to hit people, yeah. Every receiver wants to always play linebacker.
That might be another couple of these categories he would be able to get into.
That's exactly right.
Very good.
Yeah, we're in week 9 here, Gene.
Yeah, we're getting ready to play week 9. Can you believe it? And this far into the season, you personally, I mean, we know the players are learning and getting better. Does your preparation change at this time in the season, or is it about the same as other games?
I think it pretty much stays the same the whole year. We try to treat every single opponent the same. Don't ever overlook anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So just like going in, getting your treatment, everything stays the same the whole week.
And I know you're looking for more than just these two games, right? This team is wired to play to the very end, and so you got a lot of long-term preparation as well, right? I probably stole one of your questions there.
That's okay. Me and Gene was talking this week, and I said we really have 6 more weeks of football left.
Yep.
Okay, so there's a lot of football left there. 2 regular seasons, then going to playoffs. But I've always said that staying sharp mentally is just as important right now as physical, because you can get exhausted going down the road. And how do you help that stay sharp?
I think it's just taking it 1 week at a time and not trying to look ahead towards the future.
Yep. Next game up.
Yep.
Next game up. That's always a good approach. Just the next game up. And so, have you given any thought to where you're headed after high school?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm going to play baseball in Hutchinson, Kansas.
Hutchinson,
Really?
Kansas.
Yep.
That's
Good.
wonderful. Yeah,
Yep.
fantastic. Is that did you just announce that, or does everybody know that already?
I've had it announced for a little while.
You've had it
since
announced
the
for a
summer.
while. Well, that's wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Good.
fantastic. You'll do great things there, young man.
And will they be looking to you to pitch, or?
Yeah, pitch.
Yeah, very good.
Yes,
Congratulations.
Kansas.
So, regardless of Kansas, if you could live long term, let's say you get through playing college ball, if you could pick your place to live in the United States, what climate would it be? Where would you like to? Where do you see yourself?
I kind of like living in Oklahoma. I mean,
Oh, good for you.
the weather's always good. It's a little crazy sometimes, but for the most part, it's pretty nice.
Yeah,
Good for
I
you.
I like that answer.
People talk about all these different climates. I'd like to go here or there. There's not much better than just good old Oklahoma.
You know what? You can come back and contribute to the team that you've been part of for years.
Yeah, raise about 8 or 10 kids
Yeah.
and teach them football. And well, Caden, the problem with one of the challenges is not a problem that when we have you for several weeks, we just run out of questions.
Yeah.
So, are there any questions you wish we had asked you tonight?
No, not that I can think of.
All right. Well, we're just gonna let you get back to enjoying the meal here at Luigi's. We think the world of you.
Absolutely.
Think the world of your family.
Good young man.
Your dad contributes in so many ways.
He looks good too tonight, doesn't he? Dressed good.
Oh, he looks
Yeah,
really
he looks
good.
good.
Really good. I could be president if I looked like that. Hey, so we'll take another break then, and when we get back, who do we have next? I think we've got pretty close to the next MVP.
Yeah.
We have another MVP.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with Mr. TJ Bradford. You're watching the Coaches Show here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. See you in just a moment.
Like there was a time when you'd have to put a hole there and 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 there. But this is just the same basic hole, and then you pick the direction you want to go.
Just having a 3-mile lateral, I think you're eliminating something like 60 wells that you'd have to put in.
That's a great leap forward.
You're able to tap the reservoir, and you have less of a footprint.
It never fails to blow me away.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're at Luigi's in Newcastle. We're here almost every Thursday night at 6:30. We had a couple of hiccups in our schedule. Among other things, we moved a football game to one of our Thursday nights. But we're planning to be here each Thursday night at 5:30. And we're joined now by another one of our MVPs. We're getting kind of caught up through those 2 or 3 games since we were here last. This is Mr. Taylor T.J. Bradford.
Somebody we're familiar with.
We're familiar with him. In fact, again, we're running out of questions for him.
But if he keeps playing that way, we'll keep finding questions.
Yeah, we will. And so, T.J., you said you wouldn't mind at all if we take just a moment to recognize the other members of this team who were recognized by their coaches for some of the specific play. The players of the game for the Lawton Mac, MVP is TJ. The offensive player of the game was Garrett Pratt, a big old lineman. Good seeing a lineman get recognized. That offensive player. The defensive player, Thomas Barbie, number 33. Thomas, he had a good year last year. Had missed a few games, maybe reconditioning and getting healthy. But he had a good game on defense. It's always good to see him on that.
His aunt and uncle live next to me. Proud of him.
Oh, very good. You need to take good care of him. We have 2 special teams player of the game for that Lawton Mac game. One is number 11, Brody Foster.
Yeah.
He had a big game.
Among
other things, the 2 onside kick recoveries.
Yeah.
And he got his hand. He said, I think I touched the ball on one of those block punts, but he said Harmon blocked it and it hit my hand. He said, so some people were patting me on the back, but he was honest. He said Harmon did it. And the other player of the game for special teams was number 15, Harmon Warmoth. So
man, he played a great game.
He just these guys have several good games. The Hammer Award went to some kid named Caden Longman, who was just our guest just now. And the most knockdowns, also the offensive player of the game, most knockdowns is Garrett Pratt, number 74, and the scout player of the week, number 35, Bo Birdsong. So congratulations, those. I just want to mention as many of these kids' names as we can because they all contribute, and so do the other members of the team. But when these coaches see them, and we just want to recognize them.
Gene, we just have a very talented team, and they're just good young men, and that's something to brag about.
Now, if you're from the other team and you're watching the show tonight, these 2 guys were here aren't really all that big on the team. They get in on occasion. This guy right here is just in on occasion.
Not very good.
So you don't have to plan for him or anything like that. You need to watch for some of the other players.
It's about six rushes.
We like to be nice to these guys anyway. So, but I'm going to spill the beans. TJ, if my count is right, so far you got 13 touchdowns for the year, 980 rushing yards, 123 yards per game. Now they're going to key in on him.
Well, I think they've already figured that out.
I think they figured that out. He's had over 100-yard games, 11 touchdowns rushing, and he has 104 receiving yards with 2 touchdowns receiving. Kick return yards, 18, for a total of over 1,100 yards.
Pretty impressive, rounded numbers.
Very good. So last time you were here, we turned the mic. We turned your mic on Keith over here. So you did so good. So we're thinking you may already have offers from Game Day or ESPN as well, right?
Yeah. Did you get any emails from Kirk Herbstreit or anybody? I mean, you kind of made me a little nervous.
Yeah, no emails, but hopefully.
Oh, okay.
You did a good job. In fact, he's getting nervous. He said, "I'm going to lose my job here." You don't get off that easy.
Yeah, that's great.
Plus, we might need him. We might need him playing ball and stuff anyway.
Yeah, he did a great job. Question for you: what does the number 5 mean to you? What's the special number for that? What does that mean to you?
Well, number 5 has actually been a number for him that's been passed down from my family. That's been played. My dad wore it, and
tell me about that.
All of my family members that have played football have worn that number.
Really?
Yes, sir. So my brother wears it now. I wear it. And hopefully, keep that thing going, keep that legacy going.
Was your dad very good at football?
Yes, sir, he was. Yeah, he was really good.
I saw a clip of your dad, and I saw that number 5, and I thought, I've got to ask what the story of this is here. So does it go further back than your dad?
I haven't.
Mom saying, yeah, even further back. Yeah.
That is a thumbs up. Did that go back? Oh, it goes back.
And I have a feeling it doesn't end with him because I saw some other little young man wearing number 5.
There was a video of your dad popped up, and I'm not sure how I even found it. And so it was not in black and white. It was in color, but I saw that number 5, and I thought, I've got to ask that. So there's a lot of history there that you're carrying with some pride.
Yes, sir.
That's fantastic.
We're proud of the number 5s in your family, and we're proud of you. And, hey, we haven't talked since homecoming. Did you enjoy that weekend? Did you enjoy the parade?
Yeah, homecoming was awesome. The parade, it was a little bit of a crazy morning for me for the parade.
Anything you can say in public? What happened?
So my dad actually owns a car dealership, and I didn't tell him. I had the bright idea of not telling him until the day of the parade that we needed a vehicle for the homecoming parade.
I'm sure he appreciated that.
So yeah, we just
did he come through?
We were not able to get the car through, so we had to use my truck.
Okay, not bad. Okay.
So
Dad's over there saying that's a lesson you should learn. Okay, give it a little more time.
Yeah. Hey, homecoming parade is so fun. Newcastle turns out there were thousands of people out there.
It was a big parade. It was a good crowd.
So you're on the pickup, so you weren't on the truck with the rest of the players because you were an escort or whatever for homecoming. Very good. Yeah, it was so much fun.
Well, we played Classen, we played Lawton Mac, and Lawton Mac was a very talented team. We saw that. Were they about what you expected and what you guys prepared for, or were they even harder hitting than you thought?
I'd say Lawton Mac. Lawton Mac, I think they were a little bit better than they were last year when it came offensively. They were way more explosive. We expected what we expected from them on defense. They're very physical on defense. Whenever it comes to their second level, they are very physical. What surprised me, really about the game is we didn't account for number 10 for Lawton Mac.
Yeah, he came through, didn't he?
Well, he was talented.
We were really looking out for number 2, number 3. They're top players, and sometimes that's what you get with teams that are of that caliber. Lawton Mac, everyone can play on the field, and that's one thing we learned, that we cannot underestimate anybody on the field.
And their quarterback dropped it into him.
He did.
They dropped it in the basket each time. So
when you have a receiver like that, Gene, and he's talented, okay. You're just trying to defend him. He's a talented young man. He's going to get some catches, and that doesn't mean that somebody played bad against him or whatever. He's going to make some plays. And so, what do you think the Bishop McGinnis is going to be like tomorrow night? You think the crowd's going to be loud? It's going to be packed? Have you ever played there before?
I've played there one time, and that was during middle school. They do play on a grass field, so that'll be
pretty cool.
I didn't know that.
Pretty cool, and right on the interstate.
Yes, sir.
Right on the interstate.
Right off the interstate. It'll be a good game. It'll be really good. They're a very disciplined team. It'll be a really good game.
They are a very disciplined team. That's correct. We asked this earlier. You're week 9, and how do you stay fresh? I know you're a young guy and you're smart, and you eat grapes and carrots every day, or what's keeping your mind fresh here?
You have to keep your body, working out even after the game, even when you're sore. I make sure that I do stretches and, get in the tub every once in a while when I need to, especially after a game like Lawton Mac. It's very important.
Yes.
It's a very physical game.
But my routine is very similar. Get in the tub, get out, stretch.
Yep.
I could play.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Our time's probably past.
But we were talking earlier. We had all the games. We have to get ready for all the games, but we knew these 2 games, Lawton Mac and Bishop, would probably be among the strongest to prepare for. So,
yes, sir.
So I'm sure you didn't have trouble getting up for it. Just keeping focused and moving. Getting past one and ready for the other one, right?
Yes, sir.
Young man, go get us about 150 yards tomorrow night.
Here's a question. I don't know if you can answer it. It may be a little private within the team, but I know the other day that Coach still meets regularly with the team captains,
yes,
right?
Sir.
You'll have a team meeting each week?
Yes, sir, every Monday.
Every Monday. And so I won't ask you the details of that, but what's an example of the topic that a coach would address to team captains on through the year?
Throughout the year, he would really address, how the team is feeling throughout the year. So, whenever a team like Lawton Mac comes up, he'll ask us, how does the team feel? How do you guys feel about Lawton Mac? After watching their film, how would you feel about playing them? And we'll give them honest answers. Like I say, Lawton Mac is a good team, and our team thinks that they can compete with Lawton Mac. And it's just, it comes down to those kind of questions where he talks about how everyone else is feeling.
Interesting.
How inside the team is feeling, if they're confident or not. So.
And that maybe often with Coach Brickman, but I know in years past sometimes captains were selected for each game, or you two are captains, and maybe for multiple games. But he has maintained the group of captains throughout the year, right?
Yes, sir.
As this year for sure, probably last year as well. So and then those meetings and that type of communication, I could really see the good value in that.
Good leaders in the captains.
Yeah,
that we have.
good.
Good leaders.
Any message you have for the fans?
Show up.
Yep, show up for Bishop McGinnis. Watch us become district champions.
There you go.
I love it.
Right
I love the confidence.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yes, sir.
TJ, it's always a pleasure having you.
Thank you,
and we really appreciate you. We just can't wait to get back. We're going to take one last break. We're on overtime right now. Let's see, check the time. Oh, just barely on overtime. But we're going to enjoy one more segment with head coach Jeff Brickman. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching the Coaches Show on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Stuck inside for Wi-Fi? Not this summer. With Pioneer Fiber, get backyard Wi-Fi up to 950 feet from your home, so you can binge, game, Zoom, or work straight from your hammock. Add it for just $9.95 a month, or get it free with a gig bundle. That's cheaper than your cold brew fix. Visit a Pioneer store or gopioneer.com and level up your summer.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
You can look up at our screen right here. That's our lifeblood. That's how we know what's going on at 14,700 foot.
Because you're completely blind otherwise.
That's correct.
People don't really understand the level of tech that's going on.
Yes, sir. This whole thing is extremely high tech. I mean, just the ability to be able to drill down 13,000 feet and then put 90-degree turn in the well and then drill out another 3 miles.
It doesn't matter how casually you say it. It's a freaking miracle, man.
Yes, sir.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Coaches Show here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We are at Luigi's, one of our favorite places to eat anyway.
Love it.
And to get to be here for every Thursday night at the Coaches Show is a real pleasure. We're in overtime, but we're not going to spend too much more time other than just hearing from the words of wisdom from our head coach. We'll be wrapping it up with this segment. We've been saving the best to last, joined now by Newcastle head coach and also athletic director Jeff Brickman. Coach, welcome. And before we get into football, I want to just ask you about, put on your AD hat, because we have a lot of other sports going on at Newcastle now, right?
Yeah, we do.
Fall sports, right?
Yeah, with fall, obviously, you got to start with softball.
And we're going to push that up a little bit closer and speak up a little bit. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I was going to say, with fall sports, you have to start off with softball.
Yeah.
They've won a lot of state championships, and we like championships here.
And another big year.
A great year. Made a big run in the playoffs themselves. A young team. Had a lot of energy. I like to listen to the girls going crazy in the dugout.
Mm-hmm.
But really, really strong year for the softball team. Our volleyball team, the thing that stood out to me was they played most of their games on the road, which I thought was kind of interesting. And they came close there at the end at their regionals. They lost some matches by, a couple of points.
Oh, okay.
And we're just really close, but their coach is doing a great job. And then with our cross-country program, the boys qualified for state. We'll be running at Edmond Santa Fe this Saturday. They had an individual that qualified for state for the girls, but I really had a good time. We got to take all of them out to eat Tuesday night. The coaches and the players or the runners, and it was really good.
And now, have they run yet, or is it coming up?
It comes up Saturday.
Saturday,
yeah.
You said. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Good luck. That's Coach Gerald.
Yes.
Gerald Lewis, and very good. Yeah, he's fun too. Hearing him talk about those kids running.
Coach, it's been our pleasure. We've had on the show before, and it's always wonderful to have you on here. You know personally how much I admire you and respect you. A couple questions that I do have to ask you. I'm just curious of. I know the answers to this, but tell the audience and the people in here, how did you come to Newcastle, and what was your background?
Well, that's that's like an hour story.
Well, let's go short overtime.
Okay. Not from Newcastle originally. My aunt and uncle lived here, actually by where the Heskews live over.
Yeah.
They lived by a pond and grew up coming out here and fishing. And I'd have to drive by. My parents, when they'd bring me to my aunt's, they would drive by the stadium, and I kind of knew, hey, we're almost there, because when I saw the stadium, we were getting close to Fox. And then met my wife, and my wife grew up in Tri-City. She went to Bridge Creek, but I grew up in Moore, and we built a house out here in 2005. Had our son shortly after that, and then I coached in the Moore district for a long time. Then I ended up coaching at Oklahoma Baptist University. Really enjoyed coaching college football, but my son was only 5 years old and missed all of his T-ball games and little basketball games. So I was recruiting, and I just I told myself that I need to go back to high school, and a bunch of jobs kind of came open. Had some players at OBU that were from the Tri-City area, one of them being Blake Woodard, who was our quarterback, who played at Newcastle. And I didn't really know a whole lot about it, and just thought, man, if I could coach a bunch of players like these guys, it would be awesome. And the job opened up, interviewed for it, got offered the job, and started here in 17, and that's a really short version. I would say the best thing about it, if I'm honest with you, two things. One, I wasn't wrong about the kids and the families.
Yes.
They're phenomenal.
They're good.
And then started going to church at First Baptist Newcastle, and that really kind of was a big breakthrough in my spiritual journey of where I'm at today. Great church, as most churches are, but those two things.
Good ministry team
awesome.
there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
Coach, one
I can number of years. This is your ninth year. That's what I was trying to remember. Your ninth season here, and the program was kind of in need of a new, some organization, everything like that. So you kind of had to start at the bottom, start building up, right? And it was a process.
It was. It took longer than I wanted it to, but looking back on it, just all of the pieces, and obviously it wasn't just me. I mean, it was everybody within the program. Coach Heskew, who's sitting out here right now, at the time he was our youth football coordinator, and a lot of our teams now that are doing really well came from that organization. You have Coach Wilson, who was our middle school coach, and now he does both. And he built up the middle school program to where he started building confidence in them. They would have undefeated seasons, and we honestly planned this out, knowing that we were going to grow. So we started scheduling 5A teams within the middle school. Like, these guys played Bishop McGinnis when they were in middle school.
All right.
And so
some of these same players they're going to see tomorrow night.
Yeah, and it takes a while, but that's a part of the challenge, and just it's fun, but it's also hard.
And it took a while, and my good friend Billy Collier said, Gene, he's not preparing for the next game. He's preparing for the system and for the program. You're building a program, and congratulations. I think it's going really well.
Well, he's created a culture, and that culture is succeeding. Coach, you know this. We've had this conversation. I stood on Lot Mac's side last week and watched a guy that I've known for 40 years. And obviously he's retired, but Coach Manning was my offensive coordinator. A lot of memories go back there. And I stood and just watched him coach, and the passion that he had 40 years ago is still the same passion he has today, even though that he's not the head coach. He's retired. But I have a lot of memories there with those guys that influenced my life. Do you have those relationships with some of those players that you've had in the past? You don't have to name them, but is there some kids that you still have contact with like I do some of my coaches?
For sure. It's funny how sometimes, it happens a lot because, when you're a coach, you have all different types of players from all different types of backgrounds, and some of them are more challenging than others, trying to get them to get out of their own way. They tend to get in their own way sometimes, and sometimes I can get kind of just tired, and every time that happens, I'll get a text message from a previous player. Just, hey, Coach, I just want to say thanks for, whatever it is, and I'll remind myself, like, it's about building these relationships, and even some of those guys might have been a little rough around the edges at the time.
Yep.
And then you never know when the light's finally going to go off, and then they'll remember all the conversations and working together and all those things. So absolutely, too many to name for sure.
But some of them entered coaching. You've got maybe coaches working with you now.
Yeah.
But I've seen those gentlemen come and go. Those relationships are cemented.
Absolutely,
they're going to be there a while. Very good, very good. Well, this is about as close to game day as you can get. I hope you're enjoying. We enjoy being part of the Coaches Show, and we thank you for being here tonight. We really have enjoyed the various assistant coaches that have come through. They've done a great job. And so I guess this is a softball type of question for football. You got to be pleased with the season thus far. What are your thoughts about the progress through 8 games?
Well, I say this every year. I think the older you get, the faster time goes. So
that's for sure.
I think I said last year was the fastest season that I've been a part of. But this one, I can't believe that we're already almost into November. It's just been like a blink, like a blur. And obviously probably has a little bit to do with doing both roles and being busy all the time. But when you're having fun and you enjoy being around the team and the players, it makes it go by faster too. Like if it was something to where it was unpleasant, it'd probably drag on.
Right.
It's just I love the players, I love the coaches, and we have a good time out there. We go to work, but we also, we like to have fun.
Good for you. That leads into your question about the brain. Ask him about the brain.
Yeah. Well, my last question, and then I want to make a statement for it though, because I know he's going to be busy for the next 6 weeks. Okay, so we got a long way to go. But how do you keep that brain fresh from just getting exhausted? I think you may have just answered a little bit of the encouragement that you're getting there.
I don't watch TV. It's pretty much faith, family, football. I know that's an old cliche, but
no.
I would say. The short answer to that is I make it a point every day. I kind of forego lunch. I'll eat lunch, in the facility, but you have a lunch break. Everyone has a lunch break. I go over and I walk, and when I walk, I pray the whole time, and I'm asking for wisdom. And if it weren't for that, I think I would have a more difficult time. But just to be honest with you, it says in the book of James, if you don't have wisdom, ask the Lord. And that's what I do every day to kind of help me through what you're asking.
Good.
Well, Coach, I want to finish up with something here because I know you're going to be busy here for the next few weeks. So I don't have a question, but I do want to say something here. I love to talk about football, But one thing that I know that Brickman, he's a good father. He's an incredibly good dad. He's a great coach. But the thing that admires me more about him is what he just talked about, is that he's a guy that is just in the same situation all of us, is that we need that Heavenly Father relationship. And I so admire your relationship with we have those conversations, and I love that more than football. And so I admire your relationship with our Heavenly Father more than anything.
I do too, Coach, and I see you attract coaches with similar convictions, and I mean, you know, not whether it's based on faith or anything like that. You attract coaches that really have a good mind for the young men that you coach and the life that they live. So that is refreshing. Yep. Well, let me shift gears a little bit. I know the answer to this, but I just give you a chance to talk about it as both coach and athletic directors. What does it mean to with the possibility of hosting 2 home games coming up like we did last year? What does that mean to the program and to the school with the possibility of winning a district championship and hosting a couple of games at home?
Well, the simple answer to it is I like playing at home.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like walking out of the locker room.
Yep.
I'm not one that runs out with the team. I wanted them to do that on their own. But when I walk out and I see our home crowd, and I see the cheerleaders and the pom girls and the band, and I see all the people that I like to be around in the community, selfishly forget dollars and gate and all that. I just like playing at home with all of our home crowd. But for those that don't know, obviously, the OSSA, they get a good portion of the gate when you host a playoff, but you do make a little bit, so it's extra.
Okay.
And then home field advantage. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And it's just it's what you work for. You want to host the first 2 games, and then you want to practice on Thanksgiving Day.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Right. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, any final messages to the fans as we wrap up the show tonight?
Yeah. Bishop McGuinness has a long tradition. They are a well-coached team. You know, last year's game came down to a field goal. I always tell our players no 2 games are ever the same, no 2 days are ever the same. But I do expect it to be just a great atmosphere. I think that if our fans, I know you can watch it on OSN,
right?
But you can also go to the game and then watch it again on OSN.
Absolutely.
OSN is great for a Saturday morning recap.
Yes.
We need everyone on site tomorrow night. The weather is going to be beautiful. It looks to me like.
Yeah.
The environment, the venue is great.
It's beautiful.
It's going to be a great game. So I'm with you on that. Come out, go to the game, make some noise, and let the coach know that you're there. And let the players know we're there.
Absolutely.
Coach, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure having you. We appreciate you,
Thank you, sir.
and wish you the very best. We're going to wrap things up now. Our thanks to producer, Mr. Uriah Martinez, my good friend, now famous Keith Cleghorn. And this is Gene Reed saying thanks for joining us tonight. Go to the game tomorrow night. If you can't go to the game, watch it on OSN streaming. And if you go to the game, watch again Saturday morning. Pay attention to all these great commercials from the people who support this program. Again, our thanks to Jason and all the folks here at Luigi's. Have a good night. Good luck. Go Racers. And good night. Thank you.